didn't expect to become a dad, and I feel very proud to be his son.
I was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Associated Bank. Your money works here. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what, because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. I'm going to be moving pretty fast today because I got a lot of stuff that I want to cover, and I don't know if I'm going to get to everything, but I am going to try. Hopefully, I'll run out of information, and then you can help me out by simply running off at the mouth and, doing all those things, because you know that you always stream and watch us live on YouTube and at 1017thetruth.com, of course. As always, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a show. Also, you can listen live or win special Truth giveaways by downloading the 1017 The Truth app at the App Store and at Google Play Store. And if you miss every single thing we're talking about and every single thing we miss, and all those people, hey, I want to go, you can always go back and listen anytime on 1017 The Truth app, Apple Podcasts, or, as I say, my favorite, Spotify, because I live, eat, and breathe Spotify and Sirius XM radio. And I listen to the truth like 24/7. So there you go. There you go. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. It's not brain surgery. I want to talk about now. Zach, remind me. 5:24. There's the Artemis 2 is supposed to take off.
I know.
And I want to try to get it live. So I want to try to see if we can find somewhere where we can broadcast it live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition, and then it takes off. And all they can do is go around the moon and then come back. So you realize you've never been alive when we went to the moon?
You realize that I kind of don't care?
You should. It's the first step of building a way station for Mars. Like in your lifetime, we're going to go to Mars. Might take a minute to get there, like 6 months or something like that, some crazy thing. But yeah.
You're getting distracted, Dr. Ken.
No, I'm not. I'm not getting distracted. That's great. So at 5:24, he telling me I'm getting distracted. So at 5, I always get distracted. So at 5:24, I'm gonna try to do after my. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my very best to get out at about 5:12, do our break, and then go over to the live and see if they're going to be taken off. So hopefully they won't cancel. There's like an 80% chance regarding weather that they will actually take off and go and do it. But it's so much stuff that's happening in the news today. They went to the Supreme Court today to talk about the citizen birthright and their arguments about that. And so in May, I'm going to start working out a thing where I can cover national news. Pick a day out of the week, like a Tuesday, and do all national news. What black folks in Milwaukee need to know about what's going on in the news. And kind of carve out some things, dive into like 2, 3, maybe 4 stories where we can really get into the meat of what's going on so you understand. Because a lot of people complain and holler and argue, and they're just complaining and hollering and arguing about Trump. They're not complaining and arguing about the things that matter. They're going with anecdotal information because they heard somebody say it on social media and they take it as being true when in fact it's actually not. And so in order to fix that, I'm going to dive in and do a deep dive and do some investigative reporting and some real honest to goodness journalism and look at what black people in Milwaukee need to understand about national news and how it affects them. Like the debate over birthright citizenship that's going on today. There's 2 core questions. 1, what does the 14th Amendment actually guarantee? And 2, can a president limit citizenship through executive action? And that's what they're arguing about. So those that are pro-birthright citizenship say the Constitution guarantees citizenship to nearly everyone born on U.S. soil. There's some caveats because if you're part of a foreign mission, say Cuba, who has a Italy? If Italy has a consulate and has an embassy here in the United States, and you're born, you're still an Italian citizen because your parents are Italian citizens, right? Some of the issues have come up when people have been born in foreign countries at like an Air Force base, and their citizenship came into question because they weren't born on the base, which is U.S. soil. They were born at a hospital in Italy. So their birth certificate is Italian. So when they come over here, they think they're citizens, and then they go try to get a driver license or try to vote, and they tell them, nope, you're not a U.S. citizen. Like, well, yeah, I am. Both my parents are U.S. citizens, and I was born in blah, 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 and they were working for the government. And they're like, that's great, but you weren't born here. So that's some of the issues they have. Anti-birthright citizenship, they're stuck on the phrase, subject to the jurisdiction thereof, allows the government to exclude certain groups, like children of undocumented immigrants. That's, well, we'll dive into that. So here's the constitutional anchor. The key language says all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens. Everything turns on how you define jurisdiction. So Let's dive in. Arguments for birthright citizenship, which is basically keep it as it is. The plain text reading is that all persons born. It's broad. It includes everybody. There's no mention of immigration status. It says all persons born. Now, the historical purpose was the fact that it was adopted after the American Civil War, and it's designed to guarantee citizenship to who? Former enslaved people. So if you were a slave and you were made free and given citizenship, you had a child here while you were a slave, your child was instantly a citizen. It gave exclusive basis on status or background. The Supreme Court precedent was U.S. versus Wong Kim Ark. It held that a child born in the United States to non-citizen parents is a citizen, and it remains the controlling case. Now, jurisdiction goes to legal authority. If you're subject to U.S. laws, you can be arrested, you can be taxed, you could be prosecuted, you are under U.S. jurisdiction. That includes undocumented immigrants. What it does is it avoids stateless children. If you're not a citizen, nobody has to take care of you. You can just lay there and rot. Well, no. We believe in what's called practical stability. It keeps citizens' rules simple, keeps it consistent, and it's for all children. That's it. Now, there are limits on executive power. And that's what we need to understand where it comes to President Donald Trump. You cannot override the Constitution of the United States of America. Only an amendment can, constitutional amendment, which means you have to have a constitutional Congress and 3/4 of the state have to ratify it, all that. Or you need a new Supreme Court interpretation of the Constitution. Now, here's some arguments against birthright citizenship. They have a very narrow view of jurisdiction because they claim jurisdiction means full political allegiance, not just presence. And that would cut out a lot of our territories. Undocumented immigrants may still owe allegiance to another country, but that's always true. The original intent argument is some argue the 14th Amendment was specifically meant for freed slaves and non-modern immigration scenarios, which, well. But what they're trying to fight is birth tourism. Think about it. Automatic citizenship may incentivize short-term entry, give birth, now your kid's a citizen, and you roll out. And now we got to take care of your kid. National sovereignty is a nation who controls who becomes a citizen, and that is what we have, that is what the Constitution gives us, but automatic citizenship reduces that control. I don't think so. Now, they believe they have executive authority. Some people believe the president can interpret how citizenship laws are enforced. I don't think so, especially with immigration, because it's something they don't like, but I don't think so. So there's an executive order for this particular thing. Executive branch controls immigration enforcement. Agencies can be directed to interpret how citizenship rules are applied, and they could attempt to redefine subject to jurisdiction. Now, people that are against an executive order by the president say that citizenship is defined by the Constitution, not policy. That executive orders can't override constitutional rights and that courts would likely block such an order quickly. Well, they're talking about it today. So much so that President Donald Trump got in his car and went to the Supreme Court of the United States to hear arguments. Now, if they fully review it, the court will likely focus on what does subject to jurisdiction thereof mean, whether or not that case I talked about, U.S. versus Wong Kim Ark, is still in control, and can a president redefine citizenship without congressional approval and without an amendment that we would approve. So what is all this really about? Is it about birthplace? It is about parentage? Is it about the Constitution? Is it about policy? Is it about a fixed constitutional meaning? Or is it about how some people talk about it's an evolving interpretation and the Constitution is a living and breathing document? I'm torn on that. I'm torn. And the bottom line is this. If you're pro, birthright citizenship is settled constitutional law. That's the side I fall on. If you're against it, the Constitution allows reinterpretation, which I never knew it did, and current policy misreads it. And it's been misreading it since roughly 1865. But I think without a constitutional amendment or a major shift by the U.S. Supreme Court, birthright citizenship is very hard to change. It's going to be very difficult to change. And if we have an amendment presented and it gets and they vote to ratify it, and I mean vote to send it to the states and have the states, 3/4 of the states, ratify it, I can tell you what I'm voting on. I'm going to vote no.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 101.7 The Truth. Truth Nation, it's that time again for the Tory Low Community Cleanup. Mark your calendars for Saturday, April 18th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. as we come together to clean up the city of Milwaukee. Be part of making a difference in our community. The Tory Low Community Cleanup, Saturday, April 18th, 8 to noon. Sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, Steinhoffels, Cousin Subs, Waste Management, and presented by the Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District, your clean water partner serving Greater Milwaukee for 100 years.
As the White House threatens to take over state elections, restrict abortion nationwide, and take away our health care, the Wisconsin Supreme Court is the last line of defense for our rights. That's why the Supreme Court election on April 7th is so critical. The ACLU does not endorse or oppose candidates, but wants you to make an informed decision. When it comes to abortion rights, Maria Lazar supported overturning Roe v. Wade and is endorsed by groups that want to ban abortion. Chris Taylor voted against abortion bans and defended abortion rights while working with Planned Parenthood. And on the issue of voting rights in Wisconsin, Maria Lazar defended efforts to rig elections for one political party through extreme gerrymandering of congressional and legislative districts. Chris Taylor opposes rigging the system with extreme partisan gerrymandering. On April 7th, stand up for our rights. Paid for by American Civil Liberties Union, Incorporated.
Need to look your best for a special occasion? You need
The $100 hookup.
This incredible deal includes a marvelous suit, shirt, and tie, all for $100. Only at Nick Cavani's, home of the
$100 hookup.
And that isn't limited to some standard stock suit. You'll be pleased by the top quality and variety of fashion offered at Nick Cavani's. No matter the occasion, maybe you're just ready for a fresh, new stylish look. Get hooked up today at Nick Cavani's in Mayfair Mall and at nickcavanis.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It's Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. I guess I'm going to throw a monkey wrench in my rundown because I was listening today, throughout the day, about this whole meetup. I'm in the Tory Low camp. I strongly believe in a conspiracy theory that somebody sent that out to black people throughout the country to cause, how can I say this? To give the opportunity for some white groups, militia groups, stuff like that, to call for a race riot. That's just me. I think that it's just weird that all this stuff happened throughout the country all at the same time. That's just weird. All at the same time. All with the same crap. On social media. So what's been happening? What's going on? I honestly think that somebody's doing this on purpose. I think that somebody is sending these out all over the country. And now it's going on. San Diego, Baltimore. Let me see, where is this? I got to click this to see where it is. Missouri, 100 teens gathered for a truck meetup in Blue Springs that quickly escalated. Baltimore, Maryland. Inner Harbor teen meetup ends in gunfire. San Diego police are raising concerns about dangerous meetings involving teens and young adults at a La Jolla beach. It's just going on and on and on and on. Jacksonville, Florida. I don't know where this is. Enrico. Where's it at? Virginia. At the Short Pump Town Center on Saturday. Brawls breaking out. I think this is a concerted effort by people to destroy the black community. What say you? 833-212-1017 is the number. Am I crazy out of my mind? Well, I'm crazy out of my mind anyway. But am I crazy out of my mind that I'm actually literally seeing this and nobody's connected the dots? The police haven't connected the dots. The local politicians haven't connected the dots. Oh, it's happening all over the country. Well, it's happening all over the country because somebody is causing it to happen all over the country. The question is, why is it happening all over the country? Why is this popping up during spring break? Well, school calendars are published. So, what are your thoughts? 833-212-1017 is the number. Is this a conspiracy? Or is it normal? Because I think it's a conspiracy. I think somebody has a concerted effort to disrupt the black community by any means necessary. And guess what? It's working. It is definitely working. Let me check the YouTube talking text line. Hey, Quanda, what's going on? Study hall is in full effect. Hey, Willie. So Willie was telling me that the Willie on here is not the Willie that I know. Because he said no wife yet. He said he's 26 years old. So I'm not talking about you, Willie. He said, we haven't met. I'm 26, no wife. I heard you in previous show talk about Willie and his wife. I'm basically he's a different Willie. So, okay. Hey, what's up, Curly Q? And not really a city girl. SE. Sincere said, my opinion is that social media always have a way of sending us tools of self-destruction Like something us always against ourselves. I'm going to go into the music and then. Okay. Somebody set this up. Somebody sent out an AI-generated picture. And here's how I know black people didn't do it. If somebody black did it, they wouldn't put white kids or Hispanic kids in the picture at all. At all. But that's just me. 833-212-1017 is the number. That one guy, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Hey, Dr. Karen, thank you for taking my call.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's my thought and opinion. I think these meetups have been going on since forever. It's just that nowadays everybody has a camera. You have a camera. Everybody has a camera. So it's very easy for, one or two people to just, and especially social media. Everyone can just post the same picture 1,000 times over and just slightly modify it with Photoshop or, with these programs. So, but yeah, Dr. Ken, that's my opinion on it. Can I ask you another question?
Sure.
I don't know if you're going to show up to the cleanup. I'm going to try and make an effort to show up.
I will not be at the cleanup. I will be out of town. No, I won't be there in spirit. I won't be there.
Well, I'll make sure I'll be thinking about you when I'm picking up that litter. But,
wait, time out.
Yeah,
I don't understand why you picking up litter with Tory Lowe makes you think about me. Like, what exactly is it you're trying to tell me?
I'm working hard. Usually, when I'm working hard, I think of people that I like, and there's inspiration on me. I didn't mean any kind of insult or nothing like that.
Yeah, because you hurt my feelings. I'm sensitive today. This Wednesday.
Well, my apologies, Dr. Ken. It wasn't my intention.
Yes, it was.
Thank you for taking my call.
All right, take care. 833-212. Somebody had to, for it to happen exactly the way that it did in all these cities, all around the same time, there has to be a concerted effort by somebody to destroy our community. I believe it wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. 833-212-1017 is the number. I think that it has been done, created, put out, and then we're waiting for everybody else to determine who did it. Now, I'm watching continuing coverage, Mission to the Moon, the Artemis 2 launch. You don't think we can find out who put an AI-generated flyer on social media all over the country? I think so. That's just me, but I think so. Sandra, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Hi, Dr. Ken.
Hello, how are you?
How you doing today?
I'm good.
I'm fine.
I heard you talking earlier.
Oh, yes, I had to call Tori. Because I feel just like you feel. It's something somebody did to put that, arouse the people. But it's always, like I said, when I always say, it's always something evil about black people. So they're always going to put the black face ahead of it. But, we just have to keep fighting because we know how it's going to be. Because that's a win-win situation for some people. But anyways, what I wanted to ask you, yesterday when I talked to you, how come you called me elderly to Marvin?
I said you're an elder.
Remember?
I didn't call you elderly. I said you're an elder. There's a distinct difference.
Good.
Are you not? Are you not an elder or elderly?
I'm both.
Okay, that wasn't meant. 77. Let me apologize. That was not meant in any negative way.
I don't care. I don't need no apology. I can speak for me. I feel good. Because, see, like I said, I'm 76. I'll be 77 in May. And I'm not ashamed of it. But he said something, that Marvin said something, and you were reading it on your notes.
Right.
He must have didn't understand what I was saying.
He did.
When I told you about the incident.
Right. He did.
Yeah, on Burleigh.
He didn't.
I said I wanted to stop, but I couldn't disrupt the man and the lady because it's his home and his spot. But she did get finished, the television lady. She got finished and she walked to the corner with her camera and everything. Mm-hmm. But then I wanted to talk to her then, but then I said, well, let me see what she's going to say on the TV, because all this stuff she was recording, I'm sure she put it on TV. So I have to go back and look to see what she said. So I can talk to her face to face. I don't have to be on the, over there. I wouldn't do it anyways like that. But I just want him to not misunderstood what I said.
That is true. I think I corrected him fairly well. I hope I defended you well.
You do all the time. Like that Madi, whatever her name was, she says, excuses. I don't make excuses. I'm a black woman. I'm a black mother. I have black kids. So I want us to be seen in a good light. I know we got, issues. I mean, everybody got issues. So, no, you corrected her, too. I remember. I had a good memory.
All right. Well,
but that's all I had to say.
I appreciate it.
Okay, then. Bye-bye.
Right. Bye.
I'm not mad, though. Okay, then.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I kind of agree with her. But Jasmine said, definitely done by a group, not by us. 250th anniversary of America could be an underlying warning. I don't know if that's tied to it. See, my issue at the 250th is that no major country, civilization, society has made it beyond 250 without a reset. Well, Iraq and Iran haven't reset. They're still stuck in like 2,000 years BC. And no, I don't use before current era, that nonsense. I use before Christ. And so I think that we need to understand how all this came to be, that we need to do some digging. Sincere said it probably was a bet and a test for us, our youth, and we failed. Like, let's see if we can control them youngins by setting up flyers and, well, you see the results of that. Yeah? 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 And we fell for the okie doke. So, at some point, we've got to flip this. At some point, we've got to fix this. I was at a meeting last night and we were discussing this very thing. What are we going to do about our youth? What programs can we get set up for our youth? I don't know if programs are going to help unless it's for the young so that this doesn't occur, and over time they'll work themselves out. For the ones that are adults and older teens that are out acting foolish. Tony said, even if the takeover AI was made by someone else, why do we fall for the shenanigans? One of the reasons we fall for it is because we have a generation that trusts social media. They think it's accurate. I talked about individuality versus conformity. Everybody conforms. I had an argument with a young man who was about 35 years old last night, 34, 35, and he argued, you got to be careful. I said, if you go through life with that much fear, you should just stay in your house and never come out. People are going to say things about you that are wrong, that are negative, that are atrocious, that are horrible. And if you let it bother you, I would more so question the people around you that believe it and treat you a certain way. I don't think they should be your friends anymore. I think you should give them up. Has everyone done something in their life that they're not proud of? Yes. So I don't really get it. Anthony said, I don't think a program is going to solve for children who like the thrill of chaos. They like the thrill of chaos because all kids like the thrill of chaos. We all did. Doing stuff we wasn't supposed to do, doing things and not getting caught. We all did. What's different now? It's quicker, faster, stronger because of social media. And if we don't put guardrails on social media, honestly, we need to just get off. Unfortunately, people will lose jobs at those tech companies, but we just need to get off. Just get off. And so I got too many poll questions today. But my first one, should I cancel my social media? I'm not going to ask you if you should. Should I cancel my social media? So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to keep LinkedIn. I'm going to keep X. I'm going to keep IG. That's it. Because I don't post a lot on IG anyway. I just look. So they ain't getting nothing. I like IG because I like to look at the videos and look at all the things and all that. But should I delete my social media accounts? Yes or no? 833-212-1017 is the number. And now with 1017 traffic, here's Debbie Lazaga.
We've got southbound 43 backing up from just before North Avenue all the way down through the Marquette down to the KK River crossing. Northbound just a little heavy from Fond du Lac Avenue up to North. Westbound 94 heavy from 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. On the eastbound side, we got some backups from 70th Street all the way to 35th. And then on northbound 41 backing up from Watertown Plank Road all the way past Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, a chance for a wintry mix to the north, showers likely, a low of 34. Then tomorrow, rain likely, half an inch total, windy with a high of 61. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
The baked potato just became the main event. At Loaded Spud, we take comfort food and turn it into something bold. Fresh baked potatoes piled high with creative toppings like buffalo chicken, steak and cheese, and classic loaded favorites, all made fresh and built to satisfy. Big flavor, generous portions, no shortcuts. It's fast, affordable, and proudly local. Loaded Spud, Milwaukee's most unexpected comfort food. Stop in today at 789 North Water Street or visit online at www.letsgetloaded.online. Join me every Friday at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. We're a city that knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals, the plates are piled high with flavor, and a lakefront sunrise sets the stage. Here in Milwaukee, every street leads to something worth savoring, a place that welcomes you with open arms and where joy is shared in bites, beats, and cheers. The Milwaukee Experience every Friday at 11 a.m. exclusively on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee.
Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
The worst kind of whites, not that I'm picking on white folks, but you know how it goes, is the ones that think that they will lose something if this country becomes more fair and equal. I'm going to say that again. The worst kind of white people are the ones that think that if a black person gets a job and gets an opportunity, and they ignore how hard the black person had to work and the racism, the bigotry, and the discrimination, and just how people turn their noses up at smart black people. They hate us. And the black person works really hard and overcomes maybe generational curses of poor health and poverty and all of those things. And we got to deal with the police and the criminal justice system that you know doesn't often have our backs. And then the black person gets a job, gets an opportunity, and a white person sees that and thinks that they lost. Those are the worst kind.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon. Catch it live on YouTube or tune in to 1017 The Truth.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, You made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. The Bucks finally won another game against the Dallas Mavericks last night, 123-99. Ryan Rollins with 24 and Kuzma with 20. Doc Rivers after the game.
But great to have him tonight. Home games, things like that, trying to take care of our home crowd, I think it'd be smart.
Alex Antetokounmpo saw his first game action and scored 3 points last night. Alex after the game.
Dream come true. Honestly, he just subbing in, it was kind of like I was looking around, obviously being a kid that grew up in Milwaukee, it was just kind of crazy. I've been to more Bucks games I can never count, so to put on that jersey was amazing.
Bucks are back at it tonight in Houston against the Rockets. The Brewers will go for the series victory this afternoon against the Rays after finally getting the bats going last night for the 6-2 victory. Jacob Mizorowski gets a pre-birthday start today versus the Rays. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 40 minutes after the hour, 34 degrees. Feels like 24 degrees. Why is that? Well, the winds are from the northeast at about 16 miles an hour. So that's why it feels colder. Now, I work in Mequon, so I don't care what the temperature is down here. When I get up there, it's cold. It's cold. Hey, is it me or did nobody vote on the poll? Because I actually voted and it didn't go through. Well, that's kind of weird. Anyway, Anthony said, bad apples have always existed amongst a group of people. You're not going to be able to save everybody, so what do we do with those that refuse to budge and get with the program? So here's the deal. Not everybody has to get with the program because you can be who you want to be. That's fine, number one. Number two, this is just me. I might not be able to get through to Anthony, but somebody can get through to Anthony. Somebody else has the words, what was it? What was it Sincere said the other day? The aura, right? The everything. Hey, Zach, everybody's complaining that they voted, but now their vote is gone because it still says 0. That's just kind of weird. Let me redo my screen and go in. And now it says, did you reset it or something? Yeah, because it says 0 votes, 7 minutes. So that's weird. SC said her vote is gone. Quanda said her vote is gone too. But yeah, we need to figure out exactly what it is that we need to do. And I think it's twofold. Okay, I think he just reset it. So now you can vote again. Okay, now we got, all right. So go ahead and vote and see, should I delete my social media accounts? Should I just ditch them? Just get rid of it. Just adios, sayonara, see you later, alligator. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, we got some breaking news from our sister station, 620 WTMJ. I don't know if you heard. Kenosha Police.
101.7 The Truth, breaking news.
Kenosha police are providing information on the suspect wanted in connection to a murder. Police are looking for 33-year-old Marcus L.A. Plaza, who they are naming as a person of interest in connection to the death of a woman at a home near 22nd Avenue and 74th Street. Plaza is described as a black male, 33 years of age, approximately 5'6", and weighing 190 pounds, wearing dark-colored sweatpants, white tank top. Police believe he is on foot and possibly looking for transportation out of the area, has ties to City of Kenosha community and Lake Geneva. So if you go to WTMJ.com, you'll see the picture and the photo of this particular person. So make sure you are careful. Make sure you are, aware that that's happening. 833-212-1017 is the number. Right now, it's 50-50. It's 50-50 whether or not I should delete my social media posts. Oh, I'm torn. I'm just torn. I'm tired of giving away my information and watching other companies make trillions of dollars while I don't make jack. And so that's why I told people, people are like, hey, can I take a picture with you? And I'd be like, nope, I don't do pictures. I want to control my intellectual property. So unless you're paying me to be on YouTube or X, no. I'm controlling it. My money, my rules. But yeah, going back to what Anthony said, I know we can't save everybody, but we can have different people talk to different people. I've never understood why younger people want to talk to people their age about stuff that they want to do when the person they're talking to doesn't have the experience either. That's just weird to me. That's just weird. But we have to do something about the city of Milwaukee. And if these elected officials don't do anything. See, we have this false idea that we have to only talk about positive stuff. And that doesn't make any sense to me. We only talk about positive stuff. Well, life's not positive all the time. Life's about 75, 80% positive. You get about 20% of people that just cause undue issues. And I get it. But people just cause undue issues. And there's nothing we can do about it. That one guy who called earlier said, I quit social media except for YouTube. Best decision you'll ever make, Dr. Ken. I don't know. I want to be on social media wherever Truth Nation is, right? But Facebook, I'm pretty much like, can I have IG and not Facebook? Because Facebook is tied to IG. Well, let me find out. If I guess that's what Google is for. If I delete my Facebook account, can I still keep IG? This is a boomer moment. Well, I know you can. I'm just doing it on the radio. Like, recognize when you're doing something for the radio. This is a boomer moment. Why is it a boomer moment?
I'm doing it for the radio.
Because I'm doing it on the radio?
I'm doing it for the radio.
By embarrassing me and calling me a boomer?
Yes.
What? Wow. So, you can permanently delete or deactivate. You just deactivate. This is temporary, hides your profile, but allows you to reactivate later. If you permanently delete, you have 30-day grace to cancel deletion by logging in. After 30 days, your account and all data will permanently be deleted. You cannot retrieve them. Okay. So which one should I do? Deactivate or delete? I think I should just delete and be done. Just get rid of it. Just chuck it. Be done. Because this is part of the issue that our kids are having by being tied to social media and being so addicted to it that they're subject to all sorts of information that's just not accurate or may not be real. Aaron said, when it comes to kids, the older I get, the more I feel like Bernie Mac. Should I say what just came to my mind? No, I'm not. Curly, you said you can have one without the other, but they're the same company, so they will still have your info. I know. But I got friends on IG, and I don't follow a lot of people on Facebook. So for me, it's just better to just, be on IG and X and YouTube and call it a day. Like X is my Sunday afternoon. I'm not doing anything. Stuff is jumping off or it's just boring. I'll start typing on X. Hey, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Talking to people I see. Hey, what's going on? And that's it. But if you really think about it, what is the use of social media anyway? We've stopped talking to people. We stopped calling people. I talk to young people, like in college right now, Gen Z. They don't even know how to use the phone. They do not know how to, like, they'll call, and it's like they wait for you to say something. And I say, hello. I'm like, hello? Hey. I'm like, hey, what? Who is this? This is so-and-so. Okay, well, you got to say hello when the other person says hello so they know you're there. And then you identify yourself. Hey, this is Dr. Ken calling. Is Curly Q home? I can't imagine Curly Q's name is Curly Q, but it's Curly Q home. Curly Q says, yes, I'm here. What you got? Not, it's so-and-so. Like, what? So what do you need? And it's like they were pausing to get their words together and try to figure out what it is. And I get it. Y'all don't use the phone like that a lot. I thought they would have. You probably should have just texted me. Hey, can I text you and ask you this is so-and-so? I'm just saying. So I think I need a rule. I need a rule. If you're under a certain age, you can't call me. That one guy is so absolute. Don't go to college, get rid of Facebook and never log in, leave it behind. But you're on the YouTube chat. I'm just saying. And I know you said that earlier, but isn't that kind of oxymoronic? Yeah, I know. Look it up.
Coming with straight truth.
We can do anything when it comes to being organized, when it comes to making sure that we're active, when it comes to making sure that we're holding people accountable and making sure that we get something out of the deal. Y'all don't know how to make deals. Y'all mad at Donald J. Trump because he's trying to make deals or trying to say that he's the master of the art of the deal. Well, okay, what deals is you trying to make?
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You can explore Wisconsin's wild places, learn about wildlife, and support conservation on the Natural Resources Foundation of Wisconsin field trips. This spring through fall, adults and families have more than 270 trips to choose from all over the state. Registration opens on April 8th at wisconservation.org. Sponsored by the Natural Resources Foundation of Wisconsin.
Dad's going to be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress? Do little wiggles.
The slate's coming in.
What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
He's just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Feels like these walls are about to break. Crashing the darkness. Who I see in the mirror is not the same. I'm just getting started. Watch me shake off the dust, feel like myself again.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Let me remind y'all, when you type something based on what I said, qualify what you say. Quanda put, what age is that? I don't know who you're talking to. I don't remember what I said. And you got to, I know I was talking about something and I mentioned age or something. And so, 77 said I use Facebook for our family group. And then Curly Q says, shout out to best friend's mom, Mrs. Brown. I learned phone etiquette by calling her daughter 50 times a day. Mrs. Brown played no games. You were going to learn how to properly ask for someone. Then that one guy, why am I getting slapped around? Because you silly. Quanda say, that part, Curly Q, you call my mom's house and ask if you could speak to either one of us. She politely say, I don't know, can you? Phone etiquette was taught. I get it. Hey, what's up, Lucretia? I get it. They don't use phones anymore. They text. And I know something jumped off when one of my daughters calls me. Quina said, under a certain age, people can't call you, sir. Zach, boomer moment. Well, it wasn't a boomer moment. I talked about 12 different things. And it was ADHD. It was not a boomer moment. So stop. I don't have boomer moments. I have ADHD moments. Goodness. See how people in Truth Nation treat you? They beat you when you're down. Who was that was saying it was that one guy? Yep, I was getting beat. I'm getting slapped around too. Don't feel bad. I was getting slapped around too. 833-212-1017 is the number. So I'm looking and I'm still covering. They got a battery problem with the launch, but evidently they might have fixed it and they're still working. The launch window opens in 28 minutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exactly 28 minutes from now. So that'll make it about 5:24. So we're going to try to catch it. I'm going to make sure I get to my top 5 at 5 in a timely amount of time. And then I'll go into a story about Artemis 2. And then we'll see if we can take the launch LIVE live. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Top 5 up next.
Need a way to hype up your day?
Hello, is this Shirley?
This is she.
Shirley, you are our Gruber 5K giveaway winner this quarter. Congratulations.
What would you do with $5,000?
Trying to look at buying me a pickup truck. That will be some of my down payment.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
I love you guys.
I travel all around the world, Dr. Ken, and when I tell you, based on my experiences, this is like the #1 country that cares. Like everything is about money. Yep. Everything.
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
I've told people in the past, you have to be careful of what you complain about and what you use as a tool because other people will take it and use it in the wrong way.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a bright, focused foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
You are listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what, because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. 2 minutes after the hour, 35 degrees. The high today was a whole 37. Feels like 24 because the winds are from the north-northeast at 16 miles an hour. Low tonight is 31. So it'll be just under freezing. It'll be just enough to cause enough trouble to actually cause cars to skid all over the place. Well, I'm glad to hear violence prevention groups are actually putting the work in.
Number 5.
This from WISN.com. So-called teen takeovers are causing havoc in Milwaukee this week and San Diego, Virginia, California, all over the place. Sunday at Bayshore Mall in Glendale, police arrested 14 young people after fights broke out on the mall property. Monday, Moody Park in Milwaukee, there were gunfire during a different teen takeover. Nobody hit, but authorities arrested at least 2 people. There was another teen takeover planned for 3rd Street Market Hall yesterday, Tuesday, with a flyer circulating on social media. WISN 12 news crew did not observe any large groups, but saw security at each entrance and police patrolling for hours. 3rd Street Market Hall owner Omar Sheikh said, with the threat of something like that, there's going to be an increased police presence. My main concern is always keeping everybody safe. 3rd Street Market Hall implemented 2 new rules in light of the recent takeovers. Anyone under 18 must be accompanied by a parent, teacher, or guardian. Market Hall is 21 years and older after 8 p.m. each day. He said, we've created this to have everybody feel safe, comfortable, enjoy themselves. It's really a cultural melting pot here, and we really pride ourselves on that. We just can't have the action of a few really affecting everybody else. Violence prevention groups like Community Task Force MKE and 414 Life responded to the Market Hall yesterday in anticipation of a potential takeover. Vaughn Mays, who leads Community Task Force MKE, said this is another supposed target for teen takeovers, and so as of the past couple days, we want to just be a resource. Mays called the shots fired incident at Moody Park disheartening, and it was. And another nonprofit in Milwaukee closing its doors.
Number 4.
This from JS Online. City on a Hill, faith-based nonprofit serving Milwaukee's disadvantaged families, will permanently close on April 3rd. That's following financial struggles. The board's group, the group's board, wow, I'm talking too fast, announced the decision in an email to partners, donors, and supporters yesterday. The announcement came 3 months after the nonprofit filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in December, and the organization hoped the filing would allow it time to restructure its finances stemming from below-average fundraising over the years. It also wanted to restructure various high-interest debt that drained the organization's cash flow. They would have marked their 25th year this year. In an email letter, City on a Hill board president Mitch Luke, L-U-E-C-K, I think I'm saying the name wrong, apologies, said the decision didn't come lightly. He wrote, despite our best efforts in recent months to restore financial stability, it has become clear that we are not able to continue operations due to ongoing and long-term constraints. This has been an incredibly difficult and heartbreaking decision. So, question regarding youth, because I'm kind of on a youth topic today and other things. Is it time to steer our kids back to tech jobs? Or were they ever there?
Number 3.
This also from JS Online. So the Journal Sentinel asked readers to send us their questions about data centers here in Wisconsin. They got about 300. They previously published answers on topics including power and water and all that. But somebody asked the question, which was a great question, how many permanent jobs will these create and at what pay level? Well, of course, the answer depends. It depends on the size of the data center, the different kinds of jobs created. On one hand, you have construction to build it. On the other hand, like in Port Washington, the data center development company behind it for OpenAI and Oracle estimated that 4,000 construction jobs will be created during the build-out. On the other hand, you have long-term center technicians, long-term data technicians, including remote technicians, engineers, managers, security staff. Once they finally build it. Port Washington, the data center operator company Vantage projects there'll be around 1,000 jobs when fully built out. So when you look at postings for the jobs on Indeed, Glassdoor, ZipRecruiter, pay can range from around $30,000 and $90,000 for technicians and up to $190,000 for engineers and managers. Another example, Meta in Beaver Dam, which promised 1,000 construction jobs and 100 long-term operational jobs. Microsoft promised 500 long-term jobs by the end of 2026, and that will likely increase with the additional data centers the company is building around Mount Pleasant. So generally, data centers require fewer people to run them compared with other developments of facilities that are similar size that require a similar amount of investment, like factories. For instance, on the same Mount Pleasant site where Microsoft promised 500 jobs, Foxconn had previously promised 13,000 for an electronic display panel manufacturing facility. Another point worth noting is that economic development corporations in Wisconsin argue that by proxy, these jobs could draw other kinds of AI jobs to the region. So we'll see. We shall see. Construction jobs are real. But the community wants to see long-term operations. They want to see people in the community having jobs in those areas working. So I agree. I think it's time for our children, well, when we can get them in school, some of them, to start looking at these types of jobs, to start looking at the types of jobs that I believe are going to go well for our kids because they live here, and it'll create long-term employment. Oh, and remember I was talking about that Sherwin thing the other day and the N-word and all that? Man, it's back again.
Number 2.
This from blacknews.com. Lakibia, or Kiki Wilson, an African-American woman from Fresno, California, endured years of racial harassment at work, won a $15 million federal lawsuit against the city. The jury found the city liable for racial discrimination and retaliation. A white coworker, Charles Smith, also received damages. According to the Atlanta Black Star, Wilson's struggles began in 2004. Think about that. 22 years ago, when she joined Fresno's Code Enforcement Division. She said her supervisor, Howard Lacey, displayed open hostility towards black employees, made racist comments, mocked black culture, even defacing a photo of Barack Obama on her desk. She endured it over the years. He was reported for harassment, and really nothing happened. She reached a settlement with the city in 2012, and then they promptly laid her off in 2013. After threatening legal action, she was rehired in 2016. Smith, a white colleague, joined the team and witnesses Lacey's racial hostility firsthand. Tensions escalated in 2018. Lacey called Wilson an entitled N-word in a conversation with Smith and repeatedly ordered Smith to avoid her. When Smith refused, he was transferred to a less desirable unit. The city's handling of complaints added to the problem. An investigation with an attorney with no employment law experience failed to properly question Lacey, sided with Wilson, labeling her behavior as a black woman, those are my words, aggressive, while failing to address the racial abuse. She faced a 30-day suspension in 2020 and was terminated in 2022. Took legal action, claiming racial discrimination, 10-day trial. The jury sided with Wilson, awarded her $15 million, and holding Fresno accountable for 15 years of mistreatment. OMG.
Number 1.
This from Milwaukee Neighborhood News Service. We talked about it all week, and now I'm letting you know. Alderwoman Sherlyn Moore is delighted to present the inaugural All-in-All Youth All-Summer Resource and Employment Fair taking place tomorrow, April 2nd, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Baird Center. That's right across the street, 400 West Wisconsin. The event is a citywide effort connecting elementary through college-age youth with local organizations that offer enriching summer programs, apprenticeships, support resources, meaningful employment opportunities that prepare young people for success. Now, here's what I hope. Oh, by the way, let me add this. It's free and open to the youth from elementary to college age. College enrollment is not required, like refreshments and all that stuff. So here's my issue. This is my small issue. My small issue that I have with this is that why weren't we doing this all along? Now, I'm glad. Thank you, Charlene Moore, older woman. This is a phenomenal idea. It's a collaboration between City of Milwaukee, Milwaukee Common Council, Employ Milwaukee, Milwaukee Community Justice Council, and Wisconsin Community Services. I think it's great. I think it's absolutely phenomenal that we are actually doing something like this for children. Will the children have the skill set to do this? Well, this is the place where they learn it. This is the place where kids are going to learn how to utilize and apply reading, writing, and arithmetic. And if they can't do it, they're going to be in a place, hopefully, with a larger company that can help them do it. When we come back, we got the talk and text line and hopefully the Artemis II take off. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris.
At Junior Achievement, students learn how innovation, creativity, and entrepreneurship can turn a simple idea into something that changes an industry. With support from Cost Corporation, students are discovering how engineering, product design, and smart marketing bring great ideas to life. From pioneering studio headphones to building a brand recognized around the world, Cost shows students how technology and creativity shape the way we experience music. Learn more at ja.org.
As the White House threatens to take over state elections, restrict abortion nationwide, and take away our health care, the Wisconsin Supreme Court is the last line of defense for our rights. That's why the Supreme Court election on April 7th is so critical. The ACLU does not endorse or oppose candidates, but wants you to make an informed decision. When it comes to abortion rights, Maria Lazar supported overturning Roe v. Wade and is endorsed by groups that want to ban abortion. Chris Taylor voted against abortion bans and defended abortion rights while working with Planned Parenthood. And on the issue of voting rights in Wisconsin, Maria Lazar defended efforts to rig elections for one political party through extreme gerrymandering of congressional and legislative districts. Chris Taylor opposes rigging the system with extreme partisan gerrymandering. On April 7th, stand up for our rights. Paid for by American Civil Liberties Union, Incorporated.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Sweet Talks Medical Spa in Menominee Falls. Skip the sterile clinical office feel. Sweet Talk stays on the cutting edge of beauty and wellness innovations in a vibrant, playful space, promoting self-love and confidence. Sweet Talk specializes in a range of treatments, including injectables, medical-grade skincare, weight loss, hormone therapies, and more. Not sure where to start? Sweet Talks offers comprehensive wellness consultations to create a customized plan centered around you. Because at Sweet Talks, your goals are their goals. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
Put Brewers weekends back on your schedule when the Crew take on the Nationals April 10th through the 12th. Collect a new Mish trading card bobblehead for the first 25,000 fans on Saturday the 11th, courtesy of Toyota. Then reserve Sunday for a full day of family fun. Kids can run the bases, get autographs, and the first 5,000 kids get a Brewers wiffle ball set, courtesy of Joy. Plus, it's a kids cheer free Sunday. Grab your seat at brewers.com/tickets.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Breaking news. They're holding at 10 minutes. So there's a hold on the launch. They're dealing with the battery issue. And there is a hold at T minus 10 minutes.
That's affirmed.
So we'll keep that going. Wayne on the talking text line say, Dr. Ken, because we were talking about in one of the top 5 at 5, we were talking about
all right, and LPE,
tech jobs and stuff like that. They said you just can't look at construction and long-term jobs from data centers. There's a lot of upskill and on the job that is occurring to provide future benefit in the region. Watch this. I know, but I was just reading the story. That's what the story said. And you're 1,000% right. There, 1,000 a number? Anyway, you're 100% right. But I don't know what on-the-job training you're going to get at a data center. That's just me. I don't think there's a lot to do. I think those construction jobs where people can go get new jobs and they're newbies and, get their union card and all that. But I don't know if, we'll see. I hope what you're saying, Wayne, is accurate. I really do, because I think that would be phenomenal. On-the-job training is a little tough at a data center unless you're like security. You're learning how to do security. So now they're doing the final go, no-go poll where you ask around to each person. So we're waiting. If it's a go, then they'll restart the clock, which is the launch clock countdown, which is at 10 minutes. So we'll see that. If it's a go, then the clock will start. If it's not a go, then the clock won't start. You know what I'm saying? Is there a way we can put that on the vMix? Not necessarily the audio.
Weather.
Okay,
Launch
but we can get it on so people can see. If they're on YouTube, they can see exactly what we see and as we watch and what's going on. By the way, we had the poll earlier. Should I delete my social media account? 64% said yes. 36% said no. So you can see from CBS News on YouTube, courtesy of CBS News, you can see the Artemis II mission control. They're going around doing a go, no-go and waiting to see. And the clock is still set at 10 minutes. So this is interesting. We'll be going back into space. This is the first time a man of color, what did they say? A person of color? I don't know what that means. I mean, a black man, a Hispanic man, an Asian man, a white guy? I don't know. This is the first time a black man has gone to the moon. You do know the first time they went to the moon, it was in 1969. They didn't let black people clean up Hidden Figures. But that was black women. They still favored black women back in the 60s and dissed black men same way they do today. Yeah, I'm taking advantage of it. But I think it's important to, once they start the count, what I might do is do my break early. And so from the looks of it, it is a go. So they're going to restart the clock, hopefully, and we'll get rolling, and we'll see exactly what's going to happen. I'm looking at CNN, and I'm not seeing the clock roll yet. So once the clock goes, that'll give them about 10 minutes. I'll wait a minute or so, and then we'll break early. We'll if Debbie's ready for traffic, we'll go to traffic, and then we'll do our break, and that'll give us 5 full minutes, and that'll be able to burn through some of that time. So I'm looking forward to it. Anybody, y'all like space? Y'all like looking at what's going on in space? You know what I'm saying? So I think it's great. They're talking about seal test ice cream in the chat and how they used to be in Milwaukee. I remember that. And it's weird because growing up, I never knew where Milwaukee was, but I remember things that were in Milwaukee, like beer. Did they make Pabst here? I know they made Schlitz here. They make Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. Miller.
I think so, because that's why we have Pabst Theater.
Yeah, that's true. Pabst Theater. These are so smart. Even though I'm not from here, so I don't know. But yeah, Pabst Theater. Okay. So they did get a final go for the launch, but did the clock start? So I guess the launch window opens in 1 minute, so we're not going to go anywhere. We're going to stay here. So, you want to switch to it live and see what they're talking about?
Yeah, the video that I have up is the audio from like their radios, like the astronaut radios and stuff. It's not like the news.
Okay. Can you go to CNN live and see what they're talking about? I think this is great. I think it's great. Somebody said it's a high-end apartment complex now. Yep. So they got 21 seconds, so let me see if we can get there and get to CNN and see if we could do it. And let me see if I can find anything. Well, they're inside the launch window. The window's open, and they do have a final go. So we'll see whether or not. You find anything? Okay. It should say live if you're not on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's not matching what's on the CNN.
Right. So we're trying to make sure it matches so that we can get it. Huh? Anyway. All right, so we're just going to watch it. Worst case, we can find some audio. Let me see. You can go to YouTube. They've got NASA on YouTube. It's live. I don't know if it has any sound. Well, let's find out. Sound. Let me see. So I need to turn that off and then do this. Nope, there's nothing.
All right, and we're clear from cutouts.
If you go to YouTube.
And with that, we're going to resume the clock momentarily.
Excellent.
And CGLS, you can resume the clock on your mark.
GLS copies. 3, 2, 1, mark. GLS mainline has been initiated.
T-minus 10 minutes and counting.
All right, so we've got 10 minutes. We're going to take a break right now and go to traffic and do weather and sports and all that stuff. And then when we come back, we should be just in time to air the launch of Artemis 2. And now with the final 1017 The Truth traffic check, here is Debbie Lazaga.
Southbound on 41, we've got backups as you're making your way down from the Zoo interchange to Greenfield Avenue. More delays than from Beloit Road down and around the Hale to about Forest Home. Eastbound 94's got backups from 70th Street through the Stadium interchange to about 35th. Westbound, heavy from 35th Street to Holly Road. Northbound 41 backing up from before Mayfair Road all the way up to Burleigh. And then we've also got some delays on eastbound Capitol Drive, basically from just past Lily Road to the county line there, so give yourself that extra time heading through that area. Southbound 43 also seeing delays from just about Locust down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, a chance for a wintry mix to the north, showers likely, a low of 34. Then tomorrow, rain likely, half an inch total, windy with a high of 61. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
I'm Sherwin Hughes, and I know the power of Stars and Stripes Honor Flight firsthand. As someone who's been on an honor flight, I can tell you it's a day you'll never forget. Stars and Stripes Honor Flight gives our oldest veterans who served in any location in June of 1975 or earlier a free one-day trip to Washington, D.C. for veterans. Airfare, meals, a coach bus tour, and special flight apparel are all included. It's a day of honor, gratitude, and camaraderie. Veterans who served in the Vietnam or Korean War go to flySSHF.org and ask for an application.
You can explore Wisconsin's wild places, learn about wildlife, and support conservation on the Natural Resources Foundation of Wisconsin field trips. This spring through fall, adults and families have more than 270 trips to choose from all over the state. Registration opens on April 8th at wisconservation.org. Sponsored by the Natural Resources Foundation of Wisconsin.
Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
If oil gets to $90 a barrel, I'll be able to pay off my house. I think war is awful. It's terrible. It doesn't resolve things. It creates long-lasting hatred and even more conflict that the American people are always going to find themselves involved in.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon.
But if I don't have a mortgage, you know what I mean? You take the good with the bad. Didn't Donald Trump say he was going to end the wars? You can't have America first if you're involved in all these foreign wars. And there's people that believed him when he said that. He doesn't like wars. He said it many times. Said it on the campaign trail.
Catch it live on YouTube or tune in to 1017 The Truth.
He's bombed just as much in his first year as any warmongering hawk president we've ever seen since World War II.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. The Bucks finally won another game against the Dallas Mavericks last night, 123-99. Ryan Rollins with 24 and Kuzma with 20. Doc Rivers after the game.
But great to have him tonight. Home games, things like that. Trying to take care of our home crowd, I think it'd be smart.
Alex Antetokounmpo saw his first game action and scored 3 points last night. Alex after the game.
Dream come true. Honestly, just subbing in, it was kind of like I was looking around. Obviously, being a kid that grew up in Milwaukee, it was just kind of crazy. I've been to more Bucks games that I can never count, so to put on that jersey was amazing.
Bucks are back at it tonight in Houston against the Rockets. The Brewers will go for the series victory this afternoon against the Rays after finally getting the bats going last night for the 6-2 victory. Jacob Mizorowski gets a pre-birthday start today versus the Rays. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 1017 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. You can pull it up a little bit, just have it underneath. And we'll just keep going as we're watching it to see exactly what's going on. So you'll hear some talking from Mission Control. You'll hear some talking
GLS
from
is go for core stage APUs start.
Core stage APUs start. Those are auxiliary power units. High-speed turbines, which provide pressure to hydraulic pumps that steer the RS-25 engines. We're going to see a gimbal test a little later at T-minus 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This is what allows that to happen. Coming up in about 20 seconds, we're listening for go for purge sequence 4. That's a helium purge of the 4 core stage engines downstream of the propellant valve. This gets all the air and moisture out of there.
GLS is go for purge sequence 4.
moving through the milestones.
So they've got about 3 minutes.
All is looking good.
They're about 3 minutes from launch, and so they're going to be going through. It takes a while.
Coming up in just a few seconds, we're going to get that thrust vector control actuator test. This is a gimbling of the engines.
So when it combusts, it's just the mixture that they need in order to lift off and take off into space. Remember,
there are the 4 RS-25s.
To the moon.
3 of them.
They've got a moon.
Shuttle Heritage. 1 of them built from.
So it's going to be
shuttle parts.
Interesting.
And there you see them moving.
To say the least. The most dangerous time for a launch is about the same dangerous time that we have for an airplane taking off and landing.
Now we're going to start moving the power
where it is
from both the upper stage and the lower stage of the rocket to internal. Taking ground power away and now going to battery power.
GLS is go for upper stage
before launch. This is historic in that
our power is removed from the rocket's upper stage.
Will be the first black male.
The ICPS, and it's been switched to battery. Same milestone for the lower core stage coming up at T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds.
How many years?
Right now,
50 years.
The 4-person Artemis II crew is 248,000 miles away from the moon. And if all goes well, they will fly by it in 6 days.
GLS is go for core stage to internal power.
All right, there's the rocket's core stage, which houses 3 flight computers, is now on its own power. There's no more hold time because there's no more margin on these batteries. So we would have to recycle back to T-minus 10 to recharge if we had a hold.
One minute.
Right now, the rocket does not know what the T0 is, but coming up at T-minus 33 seconds, control shifts from the ground launch sequencer to the rocket's onboard autonomous launch sequencer, or ALS. The rocket will count itself down, but honor any holds that could come from the ground. Now, shortly after liftoff, Houston will take control of the rocket, and my colleague Gary Jordan will take over commentary.
GLS is go for ALS.
Great call out. The rocket is on its own. 4 brave explorers ready to ride the most powerful rocket NASA has ever launched. Sound suppression water is flowing.
15.
And here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. RS-25 engines lit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Good roll pitch.
Roger, roll pitch.
Houston now controlling the flight of Integrity on the Artemis II mission around the moon.
Integrity, AMT high.
AMT high.
On time passing 30 seconds into the flights. Integrity passes the alternate MECO. Target milestone. Mission Control Houston seeing good performance on 4 main engines. Space Launch System core stage. Integrity, 3 miles in altitude. Traveling more than 1,200 miles per hour. Mission elapsed time, passing 1 minute, approaching max Q.
On, Ponce de Leon.
Stan, we have you loud and clear on Ponce de Leon.
Have you the same?
Communication signal transfer confirmed as Integrity and its crew go supersonic. Approaching 90 seconds into the Artemis II mission. Integrity is 14 miles in altitude, 8 miles downrange, traveling more than 2,600 miles per hour. minute 50 seconds of mission elapsed time. Standing by for main engine throttle down to 85%. Ahead of solid rocket booster separation expected at the 2 minute 9 second mark. We see throttle down. Confirmed separation. Main engine's throttling up. Guidance converged.
Integrity, guidance converged, performance nominal, upper stage RCS ready.
Copy all, Stan.
Integrity, SM priming complete.
SM priming complete.
2 minutes 45 seconds of mission elapsed time into the Artemis II mission. Thrusters on Integrity and upper stage confirmed in a ready state ahead of service module fairing separation.
And so once they hit that point of no return,
flight. Integrity 49 miles in altitude.
they are on their way to the moon. They're ahead of schedule. Separation of the rocket, the booster rocket, already occurred. And that's their second go, no-go, because they're literally in the lower portion of outer space. And once they're there, you ain't getting back. So now they're here, and now they're gone. And, you know, Godspeed to them. They're going. Get them all back safely. So we'll see. We'll follow it over the next 10 days or so to see the Artemis II. I think it was historic that we were here, and if you're on YouTube, you're able to see it and witness what they're going through, and you can see what they see. They've got cameras on the ship itself, so you can see the exhaust coming out. You can see what it looks like right now as they're pushing through the upper atmosphere, the lower regions of space, and you can see the wave that it's making through the air, and it is phenomenal. It's something I don't want to ever experience, because you're not strapping me basically to a bomb with a controlled explosion to push me to 5,000 miles an hour. But there's no gravity, so you can't really feel whether or not you're going 5,000 miles an hour. That is phenomenal. That one guy said that guy is going straight to the moon, and here I am picking up litter at the Dollar General. Hey, watch this. You ready? Everybody has their part. Everybody has their part. By the way, if you just joined us, we're listening and watching the mission control from Mission Control camera, the mission visualization, which is like a mock-up of what you might see, the mission actual camera, and NASA, as you can see cameras from Artemis II as it makes its voyage, which will take about 10 days to go to the moon, around the Earth a couple times to pick up speed, and the trajectory should take it to the moon, around the moon, and back. So I think it's phenomenal that we see. These are the types of things our children need to see. These are the ideas and the what if and
looking good at 6 minutes
that they can see that'll cause them to question and critically think about what they could do in the future. Quanda says something I wouldn't want to experience, but thanks for the awesome watch. Yeah, you're absolutely welcome. There's some things we ought not miss. There's some things I believe the black community misses out on what's going on. I got to say, all the great things about this country.
Nominal shutdown.
And so now they've shut down the engines. They've throttled back to 85%. Now they're going to shut down the engine. And once they get into orbit, gravity will just take them around a couple times, and then they'll shoot out to the moon. 245,000 miles to the moon. But then you can look up and see it with your naked eye. That's how big it is. So I think it'll be wonderful. We had a poll earlier, should Dr. Ken delete his social media accounts? And we were at 50-50. Half of y'all said yes, and half of y'all said no. That tells me you don't really care. That tells me you don't really care. So I think it's great, this whole going back to the Artemis 2. I think it's phenomenal. I'll be watching it off and on over the next few days and over the weekend and over Easter.
AOA open.
So, yeah, it's great. I think it's wonderful. So what does that mean to you, to see and watch and hear something like this? What does that mean to you? 833-212-1017 is the number. Wayne said, Dr. Ken, proud to be sharing this historic moment with you. Thank you so much. Todd said, we watched it from Daytona Beach. That's what I'm talking about. Todd said, I actually witnessed the Challenger blow up. It was crazy. I just started attending college in Florida. My cousin was at Embry. Oh, yeah. Embry-Riddle is a phenomenal aeronautical school. To be a pilot, I didn't understand what I was seeing. He ran back to his apartment. He knew it exploded. Yep. And Ann, thank you for that. Zach already had it. He said Pabst Brewery Complex is right near MATC. And now they built it into
core stage separated.
So, yeah. Very cool. So now they separated the stage because it can't pick up enough speed to get fast enough to make it to the moon on the amount of fuel they have. So we started watching. They were about 10 minutes late, and we started watching. They put a hold on for about 5 or 10 minutes, and they were supposed to take off at 5:24. They took off at about 5:34, and it's the Artemis 2 on its way to the moon with the first person of color to actually go to the moon. Now, they're not landing on the moon, but they're actually going to the moon. They're going to go around and come back. And I think that's the precursor to the Mars mission and putting people down.
Houston, looking ahead to PRM numbers so far per the pad.
I think it's that precursor to
numbers for the pad.
Setting up some type of outpost on the moon so you can stop there, refuel, and then go on to Mars. But then I wonder, how long would it take to get to Mars? How long would it take to get to Mars from Earth? And, it's 7 to 10 months to travel. The moon is roughly 245,000 miles from Earth.
Yeah, it says they're 242,000 miles.
242,000. Thank you, Zach. Right, 242,000 miles from Earth. You ready? Mars is 292 million miles. Current direct trajectory chemical propulsion technology. So the better it gets, you ready? The better it gets, the quicker we'll get there. Here's the issue. The journey occurs roughly every 26 months. So you only get about 2 years and a couple months where you get a window where you can go to Mars, and then it'll take 9 months for most missions. So that means you got to wait on Mars for 2 years, 2 months to get the trajectory to actually come back. Now, some of them have a trajectory, like the Mariner, but it was smaller. They got there in like 5 months. NASA missions, the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter took 7.5 months. Maven took 10 months. So it's just a matter of how you do it, but it's got to be the timing. They have to be aligned correctly to minimize distance. If the window is missed, it's going to take more time or more fuel, and you might run out. So I think what has to happen is we have to figure out how to replenish fuel the same way we can in an electric car. Ongoing, never-ending fuel. If we could do that, we can get rid of oil. We can get rid of gas. We can get all that. If we could figure out a way, and I'm pretty sure somebody's done it already. They probably squashed it because they didn't want to destroy industries throughout the world. But future technology, nuclear thermal propulsion and other technologies could theoretically reduce the time to 3 to 4 months in the future. So think about that. That's why it's important that our kids get in school, get the reading, writing, and arithmetic, and actually make sure that their creative brains and minds, and I'm talking all kids in America now, make sure we can have the future that we need, because we're going to space. And with all due respect, I don't think we're the only ones here in the universe, in the atmosphere. I don't think we're the only ones here. So, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Let me go to the talk and text line. 47% say yes, 53% say no in the poll. Should I get rid of my social media?
Houston,
okay, that's
C3 aux power back in auto.
All done with work. Yes, sir.
Copy, C3 aux, and we're 2 minutes to maneuver.
Thank you, Dr. Ken, and Truth, for making my work day pleasant. You're so very welcome. But I'm with Quanda. I'll watch it. I appreciate it, but I am not strapping myself in a seat where there's no exit, sitting on a bomb that's going to go boom and then send me into space, where I can't come back from. Like I can turn around. Hey, can you turn this around, please? There's no steering wheel. There's no brake. You're done. It goes boom, and you're out. And so they're going to go around here for a day. It's going to take them 3 days to get there. They can turn around, go around. Take them 3 days to get back, and then another day to land. Catherine from Hidden Figures, a proud member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. She's in their Omega chapter now. Catherine Johnson did the math by hand. Think about that, to get them to the moon and back. They're going to the moon because of Catherine Johnson. Calculated the trajectory using an arcane math, figured it out, sent them to the moon, and brought them back. Or better yet, just sent them to space and brought them back. Either way, we would not be doing what we're doing today without Catherine Johnson.
This is 101.7 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations, where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
At Grunberg Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Grunberg Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Discover your new favorite city, Milwaukee. Catch a sunrise over Lake Michigan. Sip your way through craft breweries. And dive into a dining scene that's turning heads. From museums and music to thrilling sports teams and buzzing nightlife, Milwaukee delivers all season long. Good things are always brewing on the Fresh Coast. The expert guides at visitmilwaukee.org have everything you need to fully plan every detail. Whatever it is you'd like to do in Milwaukee. Plan your trip today at visitmilwaukee.org.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because we know you love working weekends, if it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
It's Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I want to say thank you for hanging with me today. It's been a great, powerful, historic day. And thanks for hanging with me as we watch the launch. I think it's important that Truth Nation share in some of the great things that are happening here in this country. It's not all negative. It's not all terrible. That there are some positive things that we can learn and grow and use to help our children understand what their future can look like. There's time. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Tori Lowe Show's coming up next. Have a great evening. Stay warm. It's going to be a little cool tonight. Low is around 31 degrees, so make sure you, if you're out, stay wrapped up, stay warm. If you're home, go to bed. Hey, God bless. Take care. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate you. I'm out.
Be quiet.